and welcome to the Drop Trivia.
So we've been sent a card by the other opponents and we've got one chance to get all the correct answers. Ooh. Animals by speed.
You have 60 seconds.
Okay,
3, 2, 1, go.
Right, I don't think there's any human that's like faster than an animal, right? Surely.
There's no way I am slower than a raccoon.
Raccoon first, slowest, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, get it.
The penguins, like they're super fast.
I agree they're fast, but they're fat. It's slow. Oh!
I don't know.
If it's a skinny seal, okay, so human,
Right.
go. Go seal, faster, clock's getting faster.
Greyhound?
Pigeon, no it's not a pigeon, it's a falcon. Greyhound.
Greyhound. What's faster? Cheetah.
Falcon, cheetah.
Let's see how you did. Starting from the top.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, we're doing so well. Right, let's pick a card for the next team. This one.
Let's do it.
Good luck.
Hi. So I've got like 10 minutes before work.
Fine, yeah. Okay, let's go. Right, do you want to go first?
You go first. Oh, it's gonna win.
Side one.
Ooh, nice. Great game. Wobbly wobbly. But you're actually really good. No, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. Oh. Oh. Right, come on. Oh. Oh, that was amazing.
So today we're going to transform this old table that we found in this beautiful workshop. We're going to turn it into a custom-made, stunning-looking gaming table specifically designed for Monopoly. Let's get started with Stan. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's get going. So the timber right here is quite rough. We need to plate it so we can get a nice finished look. So we are now processing the timber. We are using the machine saw to cut them in a precise manner. It's all measured up, and then we'll connect them together so we can serve as a big tabletop. So now Stan and I will bring the wood in. We sanded it, it's nice and smooth, and we're going to start gluing it together to create one larger piece of plank. So you can already see how everything is looking together nicely. Sanded planks, we're going to start gluing things together right now. So we have the wood glue right here. Stan is spreading it all over the wood so we can start putting things together as one. Don't want to apply too much glue because, you know, it will start dripping. You want to start applying smooth amount of glue. Then you just move it around to make sure it spreads out evenly. This then shows a nice connection. Also looking good. Apply to the next plank. Perfect. So now we need to get rid of any excess glue, but we don't have to sand it again in the future. So Stan right here will use a sponge with some water. So now it's cleaned up, all the glue is gone. We actually need to leave it to dry for a couple of hours, and let's move to the next part, shall we? So we are now preparing the frame that will go in between the two tabletops. This will serve as a foundation or some base for the drawers to go in and out from. We are chiseling the 4 square pieces from here, and this will help for the frame to connect to each other. So Stan, this is already looking stunning, pun intended. The glue is dry and we are ready to put it on the saw so we can get rid of the edges and get to the exact dimensions that we need. Let's get going. So now we're going to use this huge machine to sand the final piece of plank. Let's put the tabletop together. We have a rock hard timber, but we are already prepared to give it that premium finish. So you can see the frame is ready, and now we need to put corners, the drawers and everything. So as you can see, we're drilling holes in the frame itself. I'm going to place these wooden pins so we can place the tabletop on top. I will make it more stable. We're going to start making the drawers now. Everything's cut and ready. So we need to put the drawer together now. Stan already cut pieces of wood here in 7 steps, 7 segments for each Monopoly banknote. We're going to use a nail gun here to put it together. So we just added the glue on the long side of the drawer. We're going to put the clamps so we can tighten it and wait for a couple of hours for the glue to dry. Our thing looks tight. So the drawer now is ready. The glue is dried up. We need to remove the clamps and we'll get it back to the table to continue the process. You can see the selection of wood we went for, giving it a nice premium feel. So let's get to the table. 7 segments for the Monopoly banknotes. The drawers are done. Now we have all 4 drawers done. So there's going to be a 4-player gaming table. And Stan is going to bring the tabletop. As you can see, everything pin-wise is ready. So Stan cut this earlier. They're precise fit. Right now from camera you can see the elevated section where the board will go in. So now that's ready. Tabletop is one piece. We're going to start sanding it now so we can get all the edges smoothed out. Now that's looking nice and clean. Stan brought the edge relief here, which he already prepared nicely. You can see this will give it a nice texture and get us more to the final vision that we had in the initial sketch. Perfect. Top part ready. We have a nice edge relief, gives it a good finish. Now to blend the legs and tabletop, Stan actually is going to rotate the edges to give it a nice bevel. You can see the beautiful work Stan did here with the beveling. I think now we need to move to add detail onto the legs themselves to get them to the full sketch. Amazing! We left this overnight, the glue is dry. So I'll remove the clamps and Stan will start adding the varnish so we can give it a nice finished look. Can't wait to see the result. So Stan is going to finish the varnish on the legs and the table. I'm going to go ahead and install the drawer handles. So Stan will now add his expert touch and add a leather finish within the drawer itself. That is looking fantastic, very classy. Final part, actually the most exciting part, we're going to bring the Monopoly board on a custom-made table. Now mind you, Stan right here designed this table in a way to be unflippable. You know what I'm talking about for any sour losers out there? The actual next step to bring the glass to cover our gaming table, the gaming Monopoly board. So let's have a game of Monopoly here with friends.
Last night, I played Life in Reterra for the first time. And now I'm here at my friend Stan's studio so that he can help me to rebuild my community that I made. I had an idea to immortalize this into a 3D diorama. So let's have a look at how I got here. In Life in Reterra, you start with this tile here with the logo, and then you build your community out from there. And when you reach a point where the gears have 3 connecting on the same type of land tile, you can put a building. We see the gears here, they're not worth any points, but you can put the little inhabitants there. Another thing in this game are relics, and relics are worth points. But you can also play against your neighbors, and you can add junk to their relics. And my neighbor put it on my relic, so I didn't get any points. Actually, I got -1 point for that. So another big part of the strategy of my game was to use the energy source here and have it surrounded by land tiles. I'm super excited to get started with this design. I can really see how you put all the detail from last night's community into this. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. He has mapped everything out, drawn in where the building, where the island's gonna be. I'm getting really excited for this. Okay, the foundation's looking good. Oh, be careful, huh? Ooh. Okay, amazing. Now that the foundation has taken shape, we're going to strengthen it with some liquid acrylic gypsum. This part is really cool. To mix, we're first gonna add the liquid, and then just a little bit of pigment is all you need. You add a little bit of powder and mix at the same time. Wow. All right, this is what we need, and now let's pour. Wow, the terrain is really coming together, but hold on. I think we're missing just right here a little bit of green.
What?
It's a wrap. Now it's time for my favorite part, the epoxy. We're gonna use this to fill in the water over here. Let's get going. Perfect. Stan will add in the pigments. Looking good. Now that the terrain is complete, we're going to combine the nature with the man-made world, just like in the game. By using this 3D resin printer, we're going to recreate the tiny inhabitants and buildings. And while it's working its magic, Stan is going to start on the gears. Okay, so I'm placing the last inhabitant here next to the gear in the grass area, and our community is looking even better than I could have ever imagined. I am so thrilled with the job that we made together. It looks so good. Now for the final touch, let's place the Life in Reterra sign. And voila, here we have the final result of my Life in Reterra community. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. Thanks to Stan. All right, see ya.